Must have a new TV. Should be shining.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. This is the zoning citation hearing and meeting, July 30th, 2:03 p.m. We're in the conference room at the Planning and Zoning Department, Norwalk City Hall. My name is Robert Maslin. I'm the hearing officer today, and we have quite a few things on the agenda, but I think it's going to go quickly. Mr. Hall, there's two people sitting here. Is there anybody else out in the hall? Did you notice?
I could check if you want.
Yeah, just, can you unlock the door?
Yes.
People might just want to.
Okay.
Okay. Let me just run down the agenda. 34 Garner, we're going to pass for now.
Yes.
47 Woodward.
Want to talk about it? They should be coming.
All right. 8 Dover.
That one I'm going to request continuance.
For when?
August. We don't have a date set up yet, however.
Okay. 6 Lincoln.
Yes, she's here. We can brief discussion.
14 Bar June is here.
Yes.
48 Elmwood.
Yes.
That's here.
Mm-hmm.
46 Elmwood.
That one I'm going to request a continuance.
We'll just put the continuances at the end, unless somebody's here on them.
I don't believe so. No.
Okay. 47 North Taylor.
Yes. Quick discussion.
Is that the one you want to dismiss?
Yes. But still want to talk about it.
Okay. And then 5 Karen.
Brief discussion. New one.
Okay. All right. So I guess we're doing. Is it 6 Lincoln that you're here? Let's do that. You want to do that one first?
Sure.
Have a seat. You're up. The hot seat. All right, this has been here. I'm sorry, ma'am. You're Lourdes Peralta?
Yes.
What is your memo says there's a planning and zoning application was approved. Is that over the counter?
Yes.
And then building permit?
Yes, that was obtained on the 13th of this month.
Obtained, picked up.
Just taken out. So, and it hasn't been closed out yet, but they got the necessary paperwork to start the building permit process.
They went out yesterday.
Oh, they did.
Oh, you
the
paid for the
inspection?
permit and picked it up and everything?
They went, the building was there.
Okay.
Okay, so what? Is this the one that's on Airbnb?
No, that's a different one.
That's the other one.
Mhm.
So this has been going on since February?
Correct, yes.
And you mentioned an attorney, but you have no attorney at this point on this?
No, sir.
No? Okay. How we on English? You need an interpreter? Or you good? You good? What was the delay?
For the
For getting straightened out.
thing out was just creation of plans. So inspection was done and 2 unpermitted units were found on the property. We need the floor plans to legalize it into a 2-family. So there was a slight delay getting.
So this is a legal 2-family.
Yes.
And what
It was a
is
4-family.
this one where the owner? Oh, so he took two units off.
Correct, yes. And this was the one that was we had a permit back in 2011, I believe, to remove an illegal unit. Yes, this is the one from where it was
Oh,
2011.
is this the one that we went through this? You went through it 10 years ago.
Correct, yes.
14 years ago.
Yes.
Same owner?
Yes.
What happened?
I have family living with me because, of my, it's really hard for me to afford, the living expenses. So I had, it's not a full family, but I did have family members living in the spaces, of the house because I need to, I'm unable to afford the utilities and the mortgage and everything. So I did have, family living there with me and they're gone now. So now because of this, a tenant have called the city and complained because they wanted to stay there living for free. And I initiated the housing eviction, so they caused all this, problems for me.
Was, this time around, you started this when? February, I think?
Yes, the notice of violation went out.
Who complained? The tenant?
A
Yes.
tenant, yes.
Mhm.
I started the
That's
eviction process.
unusual, because if a tenant wants to stay there, he's not gonna complain that it's an illegal unit.
It is unusual. The problem is that he was trying to find legal ways to drag the court proceedings, the
Got
court
it.
housing proceedings. So he used every avenue to just get me, to.
And when was the, complaint? Was it
It was
before or after you started the?
After I started the eviction process, and then he called, health, he called zoning,
got
he called everybody.
Okay.
So the permits have been taken out, and with the inspection done by the building department yesterday, it seems that they're gonna come to the natural progression of getting closed. So right now, I just wanted to discuss, matter of having a fine and closing the matter.
Well, the memo says 6,000.
Correct, yes. Since this was a, self-created, where the homeowner knew
A return.
return
customer.
offender, yes. I believe that's an appropriate amount. The state maximum as of last month is $10,000. Permit was taken by last month, so the 10,000 is a lot, so figured.
How much
more than
work
that.
was necessary in order to bring this into compliance?
Was a few inspections had to be done. There was
How about on her side?
her side, it was just
Remove kitchens?
yeah, yes, and separation locks. So I did the inspection, so the units are gone. Now it is from last time I've been there, it is a two-family, so the illegal kitchens and separation locks are gone. Now it's just a matter of paperwork. So it did take a while to get the second inspection because there was a few lawyers that it was for this.
A few lawyers.
Correct, yes.
You're not counting me.
No.
Let me just refresh my memory here. Aside from the repeat violation, was there cooperation this time?
Yes.
And was there an attorney engaged, or was that just
Yes, attorney was engaged. Attorney Heisler was
for
engaged
the landlord or
for the landlord.
he's usually on the tenant?
I agree, that caught me by surprise.
I was surprised, I think he was here one day.
Yes.
on this.
He was the one helping me with evicting the tenant that caused
Yeah.
the problem.
How much were the permits?
The
On your
permit
end,
fee,
it's a regular-
yes, the permit fee was $160.
How much was the building department fee?
Paid, plumbing, $650 plumbing. And the building was 160 plus other fees from the zoning, $130.
$750 to $1,000 that you paid in fees.
Plus getting the tenant out of the house.
Oh, plus that, yeah.
$3,000. And I'm out of work, and it's really hard for me to even, pay.
Got that, but you were supposed to have those units to begin with.
I'm sorry?
You weren't supposed to have the units to begin
I
with.
did, like I said, I didn't have the units. I did have family member because like I say, I'm unable, I have children in elementary school age. And I'm able to, cover all the costs of the housing and the utilities. As you guys know, it's really, really hard to, sustain,
What did you learn from this experience?
Well, I don't want to be in this
You don't want
office
to come back here again.
ever again because, I am really,
You're done.
I'm done with, not
I have to do
dislike you.
something. I got it. I have to do something. They're looking for 6,000. The basic fine for citation is $150. It sounds like she was fairly responsive. She had an attorney that
Correct, yes.
we had to work through things, right? How much was it the last time?
It's the same.
Did you pay a fine last time, 2011?
I don't think it went through the citation hearing. No,
I
I
don't
think,
think you had citations.
no, yeah. So just a regular permit fee, which at the time was less than it is now. $120 back in 2011
For fee or,
for just a permit fee. So not a fine
and what's the fee today?
for the permit, or the permit was 160. The permit to get the
All right,
renovations.
this is what I'm gonna do. I know you're looking for 6,000, but I'm not gonna do that. She's paid a lot of money.
Mhm.
She's not working, right? Not working. Let's double the zoning permit fee and make it 160.
The permit fee is
Permit
160.
fee?
Yeah.
I know, but I'll make the fine 160.
Okay.
So you're paying double. $160. Fine. It beats 6,000.
Thank you.
All right.
Mhm.
And if you have your credit card, you can go down the hall and pay it. But
Mhm.
make sure you pay it. All right. And I'll fill that out later.
Yeah, you're all set. So if you want to do that now, you can just go down the hall and just pay the 160. Okay, gotcha. And they'll,
All right. The other one is Barjum.
yes. And I believe the homeowner just came for this one.
Who's here on Barjum? Luis?
Yes.
Oh, you're here too. So you're, wait a minute.
I'm the neighbor.
Oh, you're the neighbor. Oh, I got it. What is you're Luis? How do you pronounce? How do you pronounce your name? Luigi, Luis Cicci. You good with English or do we need an interpreter?
How about the is okay?
You want to try it
Mhm.
and see how far we go? If it gets too complicated, we'll. So, your name, sir?
And my name is Warren F-R-O-H-N.
That's all. First name again?
Warner, that's W-E-R-N-E-R.
Oh, Werner.
Yes,
You were here before.
yes.
Okay, where are we?
So since last month, what happened was a application was submitted, an updated survey, and a application was submitted. One for a pool. It was multiple parts for a pool, an above ground pool, and to remove the chicken coops that were installed unpermitted.
There was some kind of soccer field or something.
Correct. Yeah, that is still there.
Volleyball, what?
Volleyball court,
Volleyball.
yes. So that is still there, and the updated survey from Mr. Wayne Arkamo just showed the materials weren't they're in line with what was approved previously for the materials.
Coverage?
Yes,
Coverage
wise.
good?
Mhm. And they had installed a new drainage system as well, which satisfied Department of Public Works.
So you're pretty good with it.
Yes, there's still a boat in the driveway. However, the permit was approved, and the chicken coops are still there currently. But however, the permit dictates that since it's for it, the chicken coops must be removed and the boat must be removed at the time that this is closed. Because the survey just noted that to be removed, so they're still there.
Yeah, but now you have an open permit.
Correct, yes.
Does building have to?
For the
Building
pool,
permit
yes.
required?
For the chicken coops, no.
Is there a building permit for the pool?
Not yet, no. To my knowledge, is a permit still waiting to pick up in our office.
What's that mean?
Yeah,
Uh,
pick up now.
Oh, you did? Okay, yeah. So he just picked it
Are
up.
you
So
gonna take it over to building?
I need an appointment for him.
the building permit is appointment only. They changed it to that,
Okay.
but they wait for us to issue our
Yeah,
permit for
I
to do
got
it.
Okay. we're still in the process here. You want to close it out or you want to kick it over to next month to make sure everything gets done right?
I would like to make sure everything gets removed, and everything's done right, so we could kick it over a month.
Sir, do you have anything you'd like to say? It's you've heard the conversation.
Yeah, sure. I would like to respond to it. So, you know, this area where we live, the lots are pretty small.
Mhm.
And so as close neighbors, if there's something happening to the neighbors' lot, that can potentially impact you.
Yeah.
So I did make, I called your customer service line. In October last year, I talked about the chicken, right? So there was some noise complaints, there was a rooster at some point in time, but it's a very small lot.
Is that it? Are the chickens gone?
No,
Because there's a whole ordinance and everything on chickens, right?
yeah, the chicken.
That's,
Yes, which is more strongly enforced by the health department.
But we used to see only rabbits in the evening. We see also rats and hear them.
rats.
Yeah, because what happens if you bring chicken in such a small lot, it's not a 20-acre farm. Then
Right.
the food and stuff outside attracts pests and rats are
Mhm.
part of it. So it's one thing. The other-
That's the property on the corner, then,
Yes. So
On the
I'm
screen?
the one next to it,
Mhm.
16.
to the left.
So you see right next to each other. So I was wondering why the chicken cannot be removed. The complaint was filed almost 10 months ago.
That's health department. Is that, you know, if the health department's doing it?
They've been out there. I'm not sure just what their enforcement is like.
Do you know what the ordinance says about chickens?
It needs to be, I think it's 30 feet away from either a property line and a structure. So
They're not-
remember we mapped it
Yeah, we
out.
kinda
There's
did
a,
that, but-
there's this 10 by 10 area like right here where they
Is
could
it-
put one. if
What are
they
you,
wanted
sir,
to.
what are you gonna do with the? Luis, what are you gonna do with the chickens?
Chickens and I put in the, what is my AC area?
Does the health department issue permits for those or?
He said that he come and check it out, so everything is okay, but then send a different paper.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the health department does permits or if they just check after the fact.
They just do enforcement?
Correct, yes.
Do you, Tammy? I remember the whole debate when there was a problem with somebody's chickens years ago. And they passed the ordinance, but so where does this stand now?
Where the paperwork is in order, but we just waiting for the action to be
But the
taken.
chicken coops are to be removed.
Yes, the permit.
He
that-
said he's got a location for them.
They were not
which is-
proposed in the survey, so.
John said maybe leave it the chicken coop, no use the volleyball play.
Yeah, because when we mapped it out, again, like there's a small area right here, you could probably fit
It's
one
in the
legally.
medium, the volleyball
Mhm.
play, chicken coop.
Yeah, because that was anywhere pretty much not along the border would be okay zoning
Mhm.
for the structure, but with the health
Well,
department.
yeah,
doesn't
but
have
you're talking about regular building setbacks,
Correct,
right?
yeah.
Accessory structures.
That's all we could afford. The health department, they have the more teeth and the
Yes.
longer setbacks,
Unless I
so.
don't need now chicken coop, I need a volleyball play.
Have you talked to the health department at all?
Not as much as I would be like to, so there was issues with me being out of the office and the health department inspector being out of the office as well.
And do they have a complaint file or anything on this yet?
The health department,
Yeah.
yes, so is the one that Mr. Werner started.
Yeah, he go check it out.
The health department has been out. I just haven't been invited or privy to the results of those inspections.
All right, so work needs to be done. There's an open permit, so.
Correct, and
If we continue this a month, so you can make sure the work gets done.
Mhm.
In the meantime, talk to health and find out what they're doing.
correct.
And then next time we'll see where you are.
Mhm.
This has been going on since, it's April,
Yes,
not terribly, but, let me see.
Sure, Brian.
Application approved after.
I'll do it right now.
So the pool is gonna be moved.
correct, yeah. When the pool was proposed, it was in a non-compliant location, so that's why we couldn't approve the permit. So it
What
would,
is that? Is that treated as a,
Temporary.
Right. I'm sorry?
What's that, an accessory structure?
Yes. Mhm.
So what is it, 4 foot above the,
Yes, it's one of those temporary summer pools.
and what's the story with the boat?
The boat, there's you can just see it right here. So that boat just needs to, yeah. So as
That
we
doesn't
had
belong there.
no, if the only legal place would be for it for the back, don't believe there's too
Can't
much
get there.
access there. So yes, no,
What are you gonna do with the boat?
Of course, somebody take it out, I don't know when comes.
try to have it by the next hearing, which is gonna be like I think we have it scheduled for a month to today, have the boat be done. Same thing with the chicken coops.
Let me just,
Well, it sounds like he wants to keep the chicken coop, so then you would need, if you
See.
can find a compliant location, you need to then get. a
So we
release.
can't do the 23rd because that's when John's is, but next month. So the 20th, but if you want to do the 27th, that works for us.
twentieth,
John, that's when John's hearing is. Could
Oh.
do the 13th. That's just 2 weeks though, but I could do that.
that's, 27th.
Okay. And by then we'll want the coops to be either removed or in that small blind location in the boat off the property.
Using remove the chicken and remove it tomorrow or next week. I have my friend have a letter from.
Sooner the better. I see.
So could I ask a question?
Mhm.
So as you aware of, there's been quite a long series of complaints issues, right?
Mhm.
Also the neighbor behind it. You see the property there?
This one.
14 in that property
Mhm.
have been a lot of compliance issues, right? So it seems that whenever there's an idea, there's execution, permit or no permit. The same with the pool. When I look at certain regulations, there's certain safety that has to be followed, that has to be done. And just, in some ways, the way what I'm bringing it up is that when my neighbor does something, it becomes a community event, right? So he puts a little pool and he has 20 kids in there. So when I wanted to show you something that probably should indicate how he does things. So that pool is being put, you see this yellow line
Can you
Yes.
kind of give me an idea of where this is on the,
on the right side of that so-called volleyball court.
up there where this cursor is?
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, no, that's the next one up there too.
He's saying put it ready.
Okay,
So
so that's
this
where
was-
it was,
When it was, see, this is a power line.
and this is you.
I'm
That's
here,
your-
yeah, let's see right next to it. Just throw it over a branch. It's a power line.
Where's the
Other
power-
than- It's the yellow line here.
What?
That was thrown from the house over a branch.
It's like a
Probably
long
down.
extension.
It's an extension cord hanging over.
For what, the filter?
I have no idea. So you see here.
Oh, I
this-
see.
This goes over the pool. And then, it was moved to the next part of it, right?
Mhm.
So if you read about regulations.
Hold on.
You can keep this.
Is this the yellow?
No,
Wire?
this is after you move it. So
Yeah, I know,
from
but
there,
is this
Yeah, there's no
looks like a
wire.
wire that,
Yeah.
do you know what that is?
it's- So if it says like above ground pools, there needs to be a barrier and all of that.
Mhm.
So I had a discussion with.
A
Mr.
barrier?
Yeah.
You have 4 foot, 48 inches, yeah, that's a fence.
So my concern is as neighbors, we and also the neighbor living behind us, there's no knowledge of rules. There's a thought about something, and then there's the execution. And then as neighbors, we have to go through a process with your institution to get everything rectified. It seems like it is kind of an ongoing process.
It is.
It
It
doesn't
is.
improve,
Yeah.
He doesn't think, he doesn't check. he doesn't get any inputs before he executes, and then the execution is bad, I would say this is risky. There's no barrier, and there's a power line that's right at the pool. Somebody can get electrocuted. In some way, it shouldn't
I
bother me,
got it.
right?
Mhm.
But I would just want to tell you what's going
Yeah.
on. This is a never-ending story.
Okay, these are building permit issues. That's my problem, because these are zoning
Thank you.
enforcement proceedings. And the only thing I have control over is the zoning regulations and fines.
The cable, electric
Yeah.
cable, I'm using only one, use it for,
Now,
I'm
we
gonna-
can't do that. That cannot be in compliance with the building code. You gotta run it under, I mean, it's a fire hazard, and electrocution hazard.
Mm.
But to your point, I can just deal with the zone. Health department is different. The building department is different. The fire marshal is different. if Property is subject to fire marshal jurisdiction. So I'm limited and I can't force people to do things. I can issue fines, but as soon as I issue a fine, the file's closed, then you have to start over again. So what we try to do is get people to comply. And it's a little bit slow sometimes, but it sounds like you're getting compliance at this point, but you still have the health department that you're
Mhm.
going to follow up on.
Mhm.
And follow up with the building department as well.
Mhm.
Because you can't have wires hanging around.
No.
Being thrown over trees and things. I mean, that's obviously a
Not safe.
compliant situation. So continuing this until, what did we say, the 27th?
Yes. Mhm.
Would provide enough time for Mr. Hall to follow through with these other agencies that I don't have any control over. The chickens are an issue. I know they were a big issue when the ordinance was adopted years ago. It was 15 years ago, I think, 10 or 15
Believe
years
so.
ago. For two reasons. One is noise if there's a rooster, and the other is the health issues. Sanitation, vermin, and whatever. I understand you're next door and this affects you. But this is our process. And it's moving along. A little bit slow, but it's moving along. On the barrier you mentioned, if that's a 4-foot high pool, that in itself might satisfy the barrier requirement. Most people put fences in addition, but my understanding of the building code is that 4-foot wall on the pool itself is the barrier. If it's an in-ground pool, obviously we need a separate fence. And that is a hazard, but is there a fence around the property? It kind of looks like there's something,
No, so
or is it,
I could,
what's along the back? Is that a fence?
it's open on the side.
Oh, okay,
so yeah, so
all along there, okay.
Mhm.
And obviously the reason for that is so small children can get into the pool and be injured or, God forbid, they drown. So we're now, the permit system is in process for
Mhm.
removing the chicken coops.
Mhm.
Relocating the pool, that's part of it, but it needs to
Yes.
go to the building department.
correct, yes.
Okay, so you have to go to the building department, you have to permit. What else is there? Remove the boat,
The boat, yes.
and
Yes,
when are you gonna remove the boat?
I'm waiting for somebody to come and take it
Well,
out.
how long are you gonna wait? This has been going on since March.
Or remove it, call somebody come and take it out. Because,
Then call somebody and tell them to pick it up tomorrow.
Mhm.
I mean, there's no reason for that not to be removed.
Tomorrow, no, maybe not come, maybe.
Well, it's your responsibility. You can't blame somebody else. It's your responsibility. It's your property and you have to make sure it complies. there an issue with the driveway?
No. So, that there was,
Not
but,
conforming?
correct, yeah. And the survey that we got confirmed that the shape is okay. Because it was appearing weird on the aerial photos, but
This looks like it had a few additions.
yes.
No,
All,
No
by the
issues
books, previous
you're
owner.
aware of? the house complies with the setbacks.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, all right, we'll continue this, and you're gonna get a fine, there's no question there, but I want to make sure you bring this into compliance first before we close the file. All right, and feel free to contact Ian.
And I'll have another letter out for the next hearing.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay, continue to August 27, 2 p.m.
Mhm.
I appreciate your comments and your photographs, that's very helpful.
Mm. Thank you.
You want to do 34 Garner? Are there any quick ones we can
Just quick ones.
address?
I have a question.
Mhm.
He have a parking different size, good too?
I'm sorry?
He have a parking different in place, no parking in the railway. The same of my good. He parking different size.
I will look into that. So, like he was parking on the grass and his, I'll look into that.
Yes, if he parking 3 or 4 cars and plus he talked to me, I told him too.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Quick ones. Here we have, Woodward might be quick, 47 Woodward. More like an update.
Is this the one we're waiting on plans and
Yeah, that survey, yes.
the one with the fire escape and the
Yes,
wrong property and attached to it?
yes.
What's short about that?
Good point.
We're just looking to continue it. Let me see.
That one I do want to, because plans have been obtained. This will be the first time seeing them, so I'd like to look at that.
Did you update this?
Uh,
The last thing
I
you
s-
have here is 7/19.
I saw something earlier
Survey
yesterday.
was obtained, but still waiting on architecture.
Yeah, that's the latest one. Yes.
Are they here?
Yes.
We'll deal with that later. It's something to. As short as you think. Who else is here?
48 Elmwood. That one's what should be quicker.
Okay.
And Gardner will probably take the longest out of the rest of them. So
Yeah. Okay, 48 Elmwood.
yes,
Who's here?
I'll have the Elmwood. There you go.
I'd like to first apologize for not attending the last meeting. I was under the false impression from the prior meeting that the removal of non-compliant sheds and the subsequent application for a permit to construct compliant sheds had for all intents and purposes resolved the matter, but I clearly was mistaken. To give you some context, my current tenant, who is the contractor, gets a discount rent for doing maintenance, a little bit of improvement around the house and things of that nature, and somehow took it upon himself to build the non-compliant sheds, thinking that he was following the rules under 200 square feet, not requiring a permit, not realizing that non-requirement only applied to the building permit and not to your jurisdiction, which is planning and zoning.
Is this the one with the whole row of sheds?
Yes.
Along the boundary?
Correct. Yes.
So,
So we've been dealing with, is this the first time you're here?
no, I've been here like 3 times.
Who,
I just missed the last one.
you're not, what's your name?
Gutierrez, Louis Gutierrez.
Oh, you're Luis.
The reason why it's gone as long as it was because the work with the winter and all, we didn't really start removing the shed until March, so they were removed in March. I was away, and then I needed to, but the removal of sheds was the non-compliant part.
Mm.
The new sheds was not related to non-compliance, but actually to do it right now. And I had applied for a permit on the day of that last meeting. And the permit was issued at the end of last month or beginning of this month. And I recently picked it up. And unfortunately, letters that this office sends go to the unit and not to my home. I'm quite certain someone's got to have my address at somewhere along the line. So I didn't know about today's meeting until this morning. Unfortunately, my tenant said, "Oh, by the way, you have a meeting today." So you're kidding me. So Ian and I spoke on the phone, and
We had this issue come up
With another one.
with, I'm not sure if it was this one or another one, where you're sending the letters to the last known address
On the tax
on
card.
the tax card.
that last known address of who? The owner of
The owner, yeah.
I never lived in that.
So
Yeah, but where's, well, let's take a look.
Isn't the tax bill coming to that address?
I don't know, it paid by my
We'll
mortgage.
find out.
yeah, so I'd send, it pops up when I do 48 Elmwood.
48 Elmwood.
So for stats due, that's statute.
Interestingly enough, when I first bought this house, it was like their former customer, it was an illegal 4-family. And I pulled a permit and immediately converted it back.
I can verify that. I
uh,
inspected it.
And so it's not like I had this, mindset, I'm looking to break rules. If I knew my tenant did this, I would have made sure that, it was stupid because he incurred costs. And all he needed to do is move the stupid things like 3 more feet.
Can you get to the land records on that?
Yes.
So you need to go to the tax office and tell them to update your bill.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that while I'm here. I didn't realize that until I saw a copy of this text. I forgot to mention, you got a hearing today.
Well,
So anyway, make a long story short,
so who's the culprit here? You or the tenant?
well, ultimately, as the owner, I guess I'm.
Well, I know that, but who's the real culprit?
Yeah, he built the non-conforming sheds.
Right.
And he removed 2 of the 3, the other one's in the process of being removed. And I have a permit to construct
The last name,
compliant decks.
Gutierrez.
Compliant sheds in their place. The permit is ready to go and we're starting on Monday.
G-U-T. You got an I in there.
Yeah, GUT.
It's
The first
G-U-T,
I-
not
there you go.
First
G-U-I-T.
I is gone.
This is, click the,
Search by L. Luis. Elmwood, by one of these.
Those Gutierrez and Jody.
Oh,
Pink,
wait.
pink one.
Up
It's out.
Right there? that's powerful.
Aiken Street.
I never lived at Aiken Street either. I don't know where they got that from.
Now go back and revise the search. Okay, space, do a space. L-U-I-S. And just do it that way. Okay,
It says legal Aiken Street. That's
okay,
another-
go
that's
to
rental.
the 213, the warranty deed,
Which one's that one?
right, the third one down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Hit F, is it F2?
No.
Yeah, go back to results. Right, hit F2.
That's 20 volume.
No. It's too old to,
Mhm.
I was actually here earlier this week at the planning and zoning department just to confirm the requirement on height because the permit stipulates the dimensions, but there's no height. So I needed to get clarification on that.
what happens is I wanted to look and see if we could see the deed here. Because the deed would probably have your address. If the deed didn't have your address on it, when it goes to the assessor's office to put the change of ownership in the system, they'll just use the property address.
Yeah, I'm not upset about that. I just wanted to.
Well, the
Context.
problem is that there's an ordinance and there's statutes that say rely on the tax assessor's address. information for correspondence to you.
Right.
That's where the rub is.
I mean,
And if you live
I can go
someplace
to-
else,
I can go to some departments. I've been where I
you
live.
go to the
20
assessor,
I've been where I lived for 22 years. So it wasn't like
you have a truck
Mhm.
up the line somewhere.
I'm in Pound Ridge. I'm actually in New York
Oh,
State.
you're in New York now. Okay.
So I'm right on the border of Connecticut.
Yeah.
But I confirmed the height restrictions, permit's been approved.
Would you-
We're starting this
You don't
week.
have to do it on the record here, but just make sure you get his.
Get the address.
his-
Mhm.
Cause that's,
It's important.
it's one of the things we have to kind of deal with. And people don't know, and you don't know because your bank is paying property taxes. right?
Correct.
Okay, so where are we?
We're starting the compliance sheds, but the non-compliant sheds are a non-issue anymore
They're
because
gone.
all but half of the last one.
Mhm.
That's my guess.
Oh,
And-
Thank you.
So, Mr. Hall, where are you on the?
So we
Wait,
approved the
wait,
permit.
Before I do that, I see things here, no response, no response. Is that because the letters are going to the property and?
I would say a mixture between, because someone is getting the letters to your tenant, who's just taking it. They do get in-hand service
Well,
from our,
there's another problem with that. The tenant is in the process of going through a divorce with a disgruntled wife who collects the mail.
Okay.
And she's not paying rent, so which is even further burden on me because I have to go, I'm now going through the process of an eviction. I went through another eviction for the other floor, which was a Section 8 tenant who moved to New York and just out of the blue and completely trashed the place. They had 5 pit bulls in the house, which completely, literally ate the apartment with their teeth. And I've been spending a fortune resolving that, and my tenant has actually been helping me with that. But his wife, I could definitely see her as taking the mail and throwing it in the garbage. Because she knows she.
Okay, so when you leave here, take a walk down the other end of the hall to the assessor's office and tell them what you want to change your mailing address.
Are there any other departments
Not
that should do that?
Where this, no,
just that one.
but not where the tax bills go. Leave that alone, but change your owner
Right.
address.
Should the tax bills go to the bank?
So the tax bill keeps going to the bank.
So, I mean,
All right, what do we
I
do?
say there is a newfound urgency on the homeowners to get this done. I don't believe that like issuing a fine or anything at this point would be productive. So I'd say having it continue a month, have some to the August
See where
hearing.
we are, you make a break.
Yes, because the permit was done and everything. So steps have been taken despite the time it takes, but steps are being taken. So I think the most productive thing would be continuing in a month, having the progress done with removal of the sheds and everything, having the new ones installed, have the driveway be tweaked, and we can take it from there. I think that'll be the most productive thing to do right now.
So we're gonna continue this August 27th, 2025.
And I'll
Yeah.
send a mailer to the new address.
Thank you very much.
course.
All right,
Appreciate it. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
okay, what's up? What's next?
Misplaced my agenda. We could do either Woodward since they're here. I think everyone in the the participation are here for Gardner. However, I believe that's going to take a while. That'll be a longer
Okay.
discussion.
All
And
right.
everything else should be quick.
And you think 47 Woodward is quick?
For the ones that are here, which is the only one, it won't be as long as I anticipate. I think as it seems. I don't think it'll be as long as it seems.
Yeah, but is there anybody here?
Yes.
Oh, let's just bring him in.
Okay.
47.
Yes.
Hi.
Thank
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Shouldn't have to say that, but.
Yeah.
Mr. Hall, where are we in this?
So the last update I got from the last hearing is that a survey and plans have been obtained. So this was a recent update with a few days ago. I haven't seen the new plans or survey, but
Are they filed?
not yet. No,
What are-
I believe the plans are.
Here, the plans you received inspection number. The survey, I contacted Ian, but I was not able to send them via email.
Yes, and the date shows this from today. So, there. Well, I didn't anticipate because I've been in this house a few times. I didn't anticipate the plans taking longer than the survey just because of it's
That's
pretty
usual.
complex. Yes. It's complex in there.
You
So-
usually start with the survey. What the plans.
Correct, yes. So yeah, these are what you've been asking for. I'm sorry.
Next month.
Yes. So I could.
How many copies do you need?
We will need 3 for the permit. I could take if you can like get 2 more each.
Are those CD grade or
Yes, these are, and let me get the survey actually.
odd zone?
Okay, yeah.
Is that gonna? be
We've
sufficient for
approved,
the building department?
yes, we've approved much worse quality plans than these.
No,
so,
that's you.
Yeah.
I
The
remember.
building engineer.
so. But the architect who designed these, yeah,
Sorry.
That's all we need.
and the architect who designed.
No, I got that.
these-
I just. Sometimes people get, okay. I go up so far just to get somebody off my back and they don't go to the next step.
The
So if they look like they're either construction drawings or close to it. Then
Mhm.
we've got some movement.
and
so-
we work with this architects almost on a
Okay.
weekly basis for the plans, and he's done this a lot, so architect knows what needs.
Who's the
to be done. Diego Rodriguez at Stanford.
Next month,
Yes,
next month, August 27th.
I'll let you know. But can I keep these?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I can do. Thank you.
Is there anything I should be prepared with?
I will probably shoot you an email tomorrow
Okay.
for something. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
You basically need an application, right?
Yes,
We're gonna look at that informally. To let you know, so
correct. Yep.
what else might be needed. Okay,
Yeah. Thank you.
next,
Um,
who else is here? Just Garner?
believe so. I'll just address the crowd just in case. Everyone in the audience, if you could raise your hand if you're not here for 34 Gardner. There's like an icon they could okay, so I'm gonna assume that everyone's here for 34 Gardner.
Okay. Anything else we can,
Karen,
where somebody's here?
yes, Dover, I wanted to push a month because Attorney Lathoris had something come up. Same thing with Elmwood, 46 Elmwood, continuing that.
46 Elmwood?
Yes. They're not currently in the country, so
Okay.
I don't believe it'll be productive. Karen and North Taylor want to talk about, they can be quick. Both of them.
Let's just do that.
Okay.
Any other continuances?
No.
Right, so let me just run down this. Garner, we're gonna do 47 Woodward, we continue. 8
Yes.
Dover, continue.
Mhm.
6 Lincoln, we did.
Mhm.
14 Barjune, continued.
Mhm.
48 Elmwood, continued.
Mhm.
46 Elmwood, continued.
Mhm.
And then North Taylor and Karen.
Yes.
Anybody here on those?
Don't believe so.
All right, you want to close 47 North Taylor because the body shop, the repair shop's not there.
Yes, yeah, all the equipment was removed. The homeowner invited me to do an inspection on the 26th.
Everything in order?
Everything's in order. So closed without
Closed
any
without-
fine. Yep. Okay.
5 Karen Drive?
5 Karen, brief discussion for that one.
That's not the fire, right?
No.
That's, Dairy Farm Road.
Yes.
That's the fire. 5 Karen Drive.
Yes.
What's this?
Long story short, just an illegal garage conversion. I got the presentation up. So got this complaint filed So the single family house with complaint photo, they converted the garage. You can see there's a bed, living area. They just made it a bedroom.
Where is that? Can you pull a,
Yes, it's
Map
off
up.
of a dairy farm.
yeah, I know it's in that neighborhood.
So that's the house thing. Layers on. So if dairy farms here.
Yeah.
5 is where's 5?
5 is on the corner?
So that just popped up. This one right here.
Oh, okay. Okay. And so what happened there?
Got a complaint filed and the photo evidence shows that it is they converted the garage. You can see a bed there. There's clearly someone living there. They have the parking and the size requirement to have a legal accessory unit. However, since this was done without permits, it's probably very unsafe. You can see there's probably no insulation in there. Since there's a garage door, it's open to the elements. This is something that we would want to have a permit, have a building department go out, make sure it's safe. We don't want like a electrical fire or anything, I'm sure.
Is somebody actually living there? It looks like a bunch of stuff in storage.
I did think that, but this is a bed, and these are your shoes and everything. So I believe,
Where's the bed? Over here?
yes, to the right of the photo.
That's a couch. Looks like a couch.
It's a bad photo, I guess. Oh yes, could be a couch.
That's a couch. You can see the cushions with stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
What's on the left? Carpet? Is that carpet on the floor?
On the floor? Yes. It does look like a long carpet.
How'd you get this picture?
A neighbor gave it to me, the original complainant sent me this photo. I did spill some water on the wire here, so I just want to clean it up real quick. You're the one sitting. Mainly, we've been having a lot of.
This is brand new.
Yes.
Okay.
So I didn't want to assess any fine yet because they're within their 10 days to request a hearing. They have not done so yet. However, the city has an uptick of fires lately and just want to get ahead of this one just in case something may happen. Because if it's carpeted,
I got it. I completely understand. It's certainly the way to go.
Mhm.
Okay. April. August.
August.
Whatever happened to the fire?
Which one? The
Dairy farm?
that
That's
one
still
we
percolating?
yes, because we closed the violation file because they're still waiting on the insurance money. They need a
Yeah.
permit to do anything.
Okay. All right, does that leave us with Garner?
Yes, and this is the homeowner emailing me right now saying she's having trouble getting into the Zoom. I'll try to send her the link again.
Can you send an invite?
Yes. I'm sorry?
Can you do invites on these or?
There's a link, so if you go to the agenda,
Oh,
there's a link, but
The other folks.
yes.
She also said she emailed me the variance application. Wasn't able to, I still never received those emails she left. She said it was calling in from the hospital. Was able to present that.
Agenda. The meeting media. This. I'll try that again. Dumb question. This is the right link, right? I never go on to send.
I don't know.
I don't, you know,
That is from the calendar. I just went to the agenda and the one that pops up.
once you pull somebody beyond.
Oh yeah, sure. Um, I'm Mr. Farnsworth. I'm just gonna allow you to talk. Did you have any issue getting into the hearing regarding the Zoom link that's on the website?
No, I was able to get on very quickly, and I've been on throughout the whole meeting, as have other neighbors. We've been communicating back and forth.
Okay, thank you. I figured that's the case. Because we made it so it's pretty easy to join. Thank you. I'm just gonna mute you for now. I'll let you go on. But I see Paul raising your hand. You could speak if you'd like. Yeah.
It looks like the microphone is off.
Mm.
Uh,
Oh, there you go. Hello.
okay, no, this has been dragging on for ages now. We're able to get on Zoom. They do nothing but delay.
Hmm. We figured that's the case. Again, it is easy by design to join. So,
The other person,
Mr. Farnsworth,
I mean, no, when you sent the.
not yet.
Okay, is the owner here?
No, she's the one trying to join.
That's what I'm
Yes.
saying. We have this issue. Yeah.
It is a pretty Tammy could explain what happened with the variance
So
proceedings.
the original opening of the public hearing, she wasn't prepared to make the presentation. The chair of the board continued her. He lost patience and continued. At the last meeting, the mandate from the chair was by the July meeting, get with staff, me,
Yeah.
and figure out what you need to do. He said his quote, the quote was something like learn Zoom or get with staff. Now I'd offered to share the plans.
Or come,
Well, no, ZBA is exclusively.
Zoom,
Virtual.
but coming, she could come here.
But so I reached out to her. The hearing was on a Thursday. This is the second hearing I'm referencing. I reached out to her on Monday and said, not heard from you. Are you prepared for your presentation? Do you need assistance? What do you need? No reply. Thursday, that had said the Zoom, I do Zoom invites, had said that, asked if she had confirmed. I didn't hear from her. Someone phoned in as from a cell phone rather than through the video link. And I allowed her to talk, and she said, unfortunately, she was in the hospital, which is very sad, but wasn't able, said she could try to do the presentation, but didn't have good reception, all that. She had emailed me multiple times that day. I didn't receive those emails. I still haven't received those emails, nor have I received any communication. That was July 17th. So now she's saying she can't get on this meeting.
Yeah, we have been noticing a pattern.
So we're being stalled. For sure.
Is that, okay, there's a screenshot there.
Mm-hmm. She's saying that she got an error. She can call into that line. I'm gonna send her an email right now saying you can call into the office line. Three, 854 298. Again, everyone else seemed to join, no problem.
Hit speaker, no.
Just so we can hear it when it comes in.
Oh.
She hasn't called yet. That was just testing.
Get a few minutes, but yes, well, there's nothing to prove it.
Could you call in to a Zoom meeting?
She could, yes. So this is
Not-
like
not on
option.
that, but dial into a Zoom.
She could, yes. So that's option 3. So either option 1 showing up, option 2 is the Zoom.
Okay.
That's the backup to the backup. But again, nothing to prove it, but we have been experiencing what could appear to be stalling tactics from the homeowner.
Now, this is Zoom, it's not like YouTube.
Correct, yes. Mm-hmm. So the phone will not fail, so no excuse for the phone not to work. No, not yet. Yeah, yes, I went through.
Checking all.
Oh, yep, covering all our bases for sure. I think if she's at her email, like she would be if she's emailing me.
Email.
Yeah, I'd say she should be calling within 2 minutes. Give her time to go to the bathroom just in case. But I think if it's anything past 3:05, then getting
So she sent you an email saying she's having trouble,
correct. Yes, and I responded
and you responded with the link, so you made sure she got the right link.
yes, and a second email with the
And
office phone
then
number.
another email came back in and said, I'm still having trouble.
Mhm.
And so you sent her the phone number for that phone in the
Mhm.
conference room.
Correct. Yes.
And she's done, we have 4 people.
I'm sorry.
We have 4 people on Zoom
Yes.
waiting to get in.
They're already in.
No, waiting for the.
Oh, yeah,
we're
waiting for
waiting for the hearing.
Correct. Yes.
She's emailing from her phone. It says it's from her iPhone.
Yes.
She's emailing from the phone.
Yes, according to the email signature, from my iPhone. I will call that number just to display that it is working.
Do you have a phone number for her?
I personally don't. I could try to find one. I'm just not sure if it would work. So that's me calling it. So just showing that that phone is working. Yes. Oh, but caller ID should show up. So
Well. And you're talking about the owner, Daniela Alfaro.
yes.
So. Well, so. Mr. Hall, I wanted to just run through your efforts. We're opening this item on the agenda right now.
Mhm.
For 34 Garner Street. Just tell me what you've done to notify Ms. Alfaro of this meeting, and including the links, the phone numbers, and any personal or telephone communication.
Yes, so the first she got in the last hearing that she was at 2 months ago, in the May hearing, she was told that there's going to be kicked 2 months her item to this hearing to allow her time to try to obtain a variance for the work that she did without permits. So for this hearing, we sent a
So it was continued for 2 months.
Yes,
So
correct.
just tell me about the notices
Mhm.
first, and we'll talk about the substance.
So for this hearing, we sent out a letter via regular mail, certified mail, and our constable service. So here is a receipt of a boat service from our constable, and here is the returned green card we received for the meeting. I don't see a signature, however, they gave it back.
There's a signature right there.
Oh, right. Oh, yes. So yeah, it was signed, and that was for the hearing notice, which I can provide to you. Somewhere. But it's pretty much a document saying that we're meeting today.
Okay.
She confirmed it via email.
Yeah, and she confirmed it. And she did reach out to me today, aware of the hearing. Email from this morning, 11:44, subject line, today's hearing.
Can I be present through Zoom today? If so, what is the link? So
Yes.
the answer you gave was what?
I answered saying yes, she can come. I answered that so 16 minutes later at 12:02. I said good morning, should have been good afternoon. Yes, you can use this link, and this is the link that anyone could go on the city's website and access this link to join the Zoom.
Okay.
Then I received
And that's a link for two-way?
Yes.
audio?
Mhm.
Okay.
And so that was at 10:44 going to 12:02.
Okay.
So during the duration of this hearing, I have received emails from Ms. Pinto from her iPhone at 2:19, 2:36, 2:36 again, and 2:55 saying that she cannot get in. I responded to the 2:55 email twice, once at 2:58 and the other at 3:02, one with the link again, and the other with the office phone number, which anyone could call into. That's our last resort. If someone can't get into Zoom, they could call the office line to
And she knew
speak.
the number, she knows.
Yes.
Can we just check down there to see if, well, it's an automated system, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
But I'll check again to make sure two calls are going at the same time. Yes, no new calls, and as I did earlier, it showed that it worked by calling it with my personal phone.
Okay, all right. Okay. Based on all of that, I'm satisfied that there's adequate notice. The property owner has the opportunity to participate by Zoom, was given a link 2 times at least.
Yes.
The link is also available on the city's website. The additional efforts prior to and during the meeting today provided more information and more ways of attending, including by telephone.
Mhm.
And we still have no attendance. There appear to be emails, but I don't see where they should be a problem. Link work for the other neighbors and for the neighbors rather who are waiting to speak, or waiting to hear something happen here. So with all of that, I'm finding that there's adequate notice and that Daniela Alfaro had ample opportunity to attend one way or the other and has not. So with all of that, Mr. Hall, where do things stand?
The last time we met at the end of May, we rescheduled it for 2 months to hear it again to allow time for the homeowner to seek a variance for the after the fact permit to convert her garage into living area, which she used for bedrooms and also an Airbnb. So the variance was for parking, because the garage that was converted was her required parking. There's no other method to have legal parking on this property. So that's why she needed a seek a variance for it. So
All right, let me just ask a couple of questions about that. The history here is that in January 22nd, 2025, there's a fine of $7,500 assessed.
Mhm.
And the violation was unpermitted conversion of a garage and unpermitted use of property as a rooming house.
Mhm.
And that was based on evidence that this property had been used as an Airbnb
correct, yes. So second,
with kitchens or no?
yes, with a shared kitchen for the basement guest.
All right. And rooming house meaning
Separate
individual,
rooms.
separate rooms with
Mhm.
separate locks. And,
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So on January 27, 2020, the owner came in to discuss this, and that was with you.
Yes. Mhm.
Said the work was done. What work?
She said that she removed the unpermitted kitchen.
Okay. The next day, the owner emailed you photographs showing the removal of the kitchen element.
Mhm.
The day after that, on the 29th of January, you informed her that should still need an application, basically for an after-the-fact permit for the work that had been done,
Correct, yes.
both to install and remove the kitchen or kitchens. February 12th, the phone conversation with an architect. That was back in February.
Mhm.
And then it's another month, March 17th. You received an email that said what? That the architect had been engaged,
17th. Yes,
and that was a month after you spoke to the architect the first time.
correct, yes.
Any excuse or any reason why it took so long to engage the architect?
No reason, no.
Then the next day, there's another citation sent.
Yes,
And was this for the same violation that the fine was assessed in January?
yes.
And that was, we have these on the list here, the bullet points, but it doesn't say which one should be first. But
Oh, yes, it
did you
should be.
issue the citation before or after you found the property was still being advertised on Airbnb
It was after.
with a kitchen being mentioned?
Same day. It was after, but it was the same day.
Okay. And then a week later or so,
Mhm.
the 26th of March, 2025, this came before me, and I continued this to the May hearing to allow for a variance to be applied for. Now,
Mhm.
what was the variance request going to be?
Parking variance
And it's
because
parking in the setback,
yes, the front setback.
and the idea was not to convert the garage back to a garage,
Mhm.
but to get a variance for the parking.
Correct, yes.
Okay. May 3rd, a variance application was submitted.
Mhm.
And that was the only variance that was requested, right? This parking in the setback.
Correct.
Can you pull up this aerial map?
Yes.
Can you do street view?
Yes, I can do that.
This is, the house is kind of on the property sideways.
Mhm.
Looks like. Yeah, you can do a little figure on the lower right. Is that it?
I believe it's this one right here. Right.
Oh, that one?
Yes.
Okay. So it looks like there's a Jeep parked in the front there.
Mhm.
The garage door is gone.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. How many parking spaces are required for a single, this is treated as a single family residence?
Yes. Mhm.
How many parking spaces? Two?
The current regulation is 2. However, at the time this house was built, it was only 1, and that garage was required parking.
Now there's been a change in use.
Mhm.
Because it went to a multifamily and now it's back to a single family.
Mhm.
So for enforcement purposes, what is the parking requirement?
It would be
Two,
for enforcement just 1.
just one?
Mhm.
Okay.
They're seeking a variance for two.
Yes.
Oh, they're seeking a variance for two.
Yeah, and
Why?
I crafted it, well, because of that. So under current table requirements, they need two. Historically, they only needed one. I just to cover our bases, I said, this is what they're seeking, two tandem.
Okay,
So,
and what is their hardship?
They
well, that's to be determined.
it was self-created because
Is
they
there
could-
a,
His position is there's no.
is there a narrative? Have you seen the narrative part of the variance application?
I have not. My supervisor, Miss Maldonado.
You could bring it up, it's on the website, but I don't, there's not much of a narrative, and that's what I'm saying, they didn't have much of a presentation. So staff's position is it's self-created and the garage should be restored.
Well, that's a argument for ZBA to decide.
Right.
There you go, 34 gone. Oh, you got it highlighted.
Yes, narrative letter. I can print this out if you'd like a.
No, I can read it. It's part of the record, so.
Mhm.
Oh, so tandem parking is not allowed either. Right, you gotta be side by side.
And to clarify, the architect prepared the documents only, they were not the applicant for they're not the representative for the applicant during the public hearing.
So who's the applicant?
Danielle.
The architect or
No, Danielle.
why is, all right. What else is in that file?
I'm sorry. Just the public notices, the plans, the
My mom has she's been trying to log into her computer and her phone, but it keeps popping up an error message. So she said she emailed you guys to see if you could resend her the code or something.
yes, I did like 20 minutes ago.
And he also sent her the phone number, but she didn't respond,
Okay.
but she can just call in.
Did you email the phone number?
Yes.
Okay. She said she just told me to come because she couldn't come and just let you know that she's having the errors.
Is she not in the city?
Huh?
She's not in the city?
She was in the city, but she was on her way, but there was too much traffic.
I mean, I'm sorry, she's not in Norwalk.
No,
Sorry,
yeah, no, she was in because
I got you.
Could she call?
Yeah, I just told her.
Is it easier if we just give you the number?
Sure, I can resend it to her.
Yes. It's
Oh,
That's right. Hello?
Hello?
Hi. This is Ian.
Hi, yeah, was that third floor gardener?
Yes, yes.
Can you bring that phone up? Is there enough wire there?
Oh, yes. Wait, up there. Do the blue wires with much room, I think, like, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. Plug it.
yeah, that should be good.
Can you hear us?
Hello? Okay.
Okay. All right, okay, so we're going over the history here and we were just talking about the variance application that you have filed with the Zoning Board of Appeals. Can you tell us the status of that application right now?
Yeah, so we are going to we have the hearing for the variance August 21st. And then we go from there. That's the only day we have another hearing scheduled for that date.
For what? You said August 21st.
We have August 21st.
When, now the application was filed in May 3rd?
For the variance, yes.
Why is it taking so long to get a hearing date?
Well, the first time we were not, we didn't have the whole, I guess I didn't know I had to have a whole presentation. I thought it was, I thought by submitting the drawings, they would have the people would have already the information, but I didn't know that. So then it was rescheduled. And then, the last hearing that we had, I was at the hospital, an emergency, and, I actually sent proof of that too. And so then it was rescheduled for August 21st. And, we definitely have everything, ready to show, and the whole presentation and everything. But now we're just waiting for August 21st.
And the variance, as I understand, from staff is for the parking regulation that requires two parking spaces for a single family residence, and the parking spaces cannot be back to back. They have to be side by side, right?
Right, so that was the variance that we were, applying for, yes.
Okay. If, Mr. Hall, if the variance is granted, what does that do to this whole situation?
If the unlikely chance of the variance is granted,
If it
yeah,
is,
if it is, they'll still need to get a zoning permit to, the variance allows you to apply for a permit. So a permit would still have to be applied for
to do what?
the retroactive work without permits to convert the garage. Inspections have to be made, make sure it's built safe and everything.
To convert the garage to
Living space.
living space?
Mhm, yes.
Okay. And what happens if so you can't get a zoning permit, which is a prerequisite to the building permit,
Mhm.
unless the variance is granted.
Correct,
All right,
yeah.
what happens if the variance is not granted?
If it's not granted, they'll have to revert back to a garage
And that requires another
permit, yes.
set of plans.
Mhm. Yes.
Okay. Now, this property had a fine assessed in January of $7,500. Was that
Yes.
paid?
No,
Why not?
I'm not sure. It's currently on the tax sale, listed for the tax sale.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
That's in September.
Yes. I forgot the date though.
Ms. Alfaro, why haven't you paid the fine?
The fine it's a fine that was issued, so after we didn't have a fine anymore.
You broke up. Could you say that again, please?
Yeah, I didn't know we had a fine. I thought we didn't have a fine anymore.
What do you mean anymore?
Well, because when I got the letter for the fine, I'm not sure if it's the same one. Like months ago, after the first hearing that we had with Ian and I believe you, and that was rescheduled. And then I got the letter. If I'm not mistaken, then I got the letter for the fine. But then I went to Ian, and then he said, and I asked him about the fine, but it basically said like not to think. I can't remember. I can't remember. He said not worry, or it was that basically I had to go to the hearing, but I didn't start a fine.
I have no recollection of that.
I didn't know.
Did you get notification? Did you get notification from the tax collector that your property is up for sale?
No.
They
should have gotten a letter in the past few weeks. I didn't send
there
out
are
the
several
letter, so-
notices that they
Yes.
send out.
It's in the newspaper as well.
And it's, well, right, but you get letters.
Correct, yes.
Anybody with an interest in the property gets a letter.
Mhm.
Do you have a mortgage on the property?
Yes.
Maybe they got the letter.
To the mortgage company.
Mhm.
Well, your property's on the list of properties that are going to be auctioned off in, I think it's September,
Yes.
for non-payment of taxes and assessments, including the fine here. So that's something you need to address.
For the house?
What's that?
Are these the taxes for the house?
No, it's the assessment.
Hey.
$7,500 fine that was assessed on the property. The fine went to court, right, was
Mhm.
converted to a judgment.
You should have gotten a letter within the past few weeks from the tax department regarding this.
Okay.
Is it on the list? You know?
Yes.
To my knowledge, yes.
Okay,
Yes, that too.
all right, so meanwhile, we have an issue now. Before we get to the neighbors, Mr. Hall, are you aware of any impacts on neighbors or neighbor complaints about the impact of this whole situation?
Yes, it would be the parking because of the lot is small and all the biggest driveway or garage parking is on the grass and can spill into the street. Garner, especially that area, Garner is pretty narrow, so any street
Can
parking,
you go back to the
yes.
map?
Um,
The aerial?
um, so any street parking, and it's a
Yeah, which
It's narrow
which-
road.
Which property?
this 34 is
That one? is
this
that
one, yes,
Okay.
this one right here. So any parking on the street, and I believe this is one of the few roads that does have residential parking passes, just because it is a narrow,
Parking passes.
where there's a sign where like you have to be,
You have to be a resident? to park?
yes, there's a street sign here. That is enforced, they do enforce parking
Okay.
in the street, so
Okay, so that's an issue.
parking is already.
Clients have to park in the driveway or they'll get
Mhm.
Then how, all right, do you have you seen any parking problems yourself or
From what I see is the cars parked on the grass.
on the grass in front of the property?
Yes. Mhm. Sometimes there's cars parked on the street, but I can't verify if that's where those cars are coming from.
Okay. Do we want to hear from,
Yeah.
well, let me just ask Ms. Alfaro, do you have anything you want to explain or tell us with respect to this? We have gone over the history here. There's an unpaid fine. Your house is up for auction sale in September. You have a variance application that seems that twice was not ready to be presented to the zoning board of appeals. What's the deadline? It's 65 days, right?
There's a total of 100 with concurrences, so if the decision may have to be made in August or possibly September. I have to check.
It's what?
It could be, the decision may need to be made in August or possibly September. I haven't done the date
Yeah, but when
calculation. It's 100 from.
The
there's 65 days to open a hearing.
Yeah,
Did they
but
open a hearing?
Yeah, we've already opened here, so with.
So you got 35 days to close it.
Total, no, allowed continuance, allow 100 days from the opening of the public hearing. The public hearing was open in June, so 100 days from June is when the decision has to be made, so.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's 35 and 65. Okay. So we're running up against that deadline also, it seems. Okay, would you like to tell us anything, Ms. Alfaro, regarding your plans in the event that your variance application is denied?
The variance application, you denied.
What happens? Yeah, what do you plan to do if it's denied?
I was to see, well, my architect said, we would see what are the other options. And then worst case, it would have to, I guess, turn back. But yeah, that would be it, but working with my architect, he said we'd have to see what are the other options that we would have, if there are any, and then you go from there.
What option would there be other than to convert the garage space back to a garage?
I guess he said obviously we would have to ask permit and see if there were any other ways to make the garage shorter, to make another space next to it. I'm not sure, but he just said we would see other options if there are any.
From a staff standpoint, I don't think there's any.
Do you have anything else you'd like to tell us?
No, I'm gonna find out what the taxes. I wasn't aware of it, actually. No.
Okay, now, I know this is not technically a public hearing, but there are, looks like 4 neighbors or at least 4 people on the Zoom call. Do any of you on the Zoom call would like to say anything?
You can raise your hands. if you
Just-
did.
Yeah, raise your hand there and we'll plug you in.
Right, Mr. Paul, I'll start with you.
Paul,
Oh, sorry.
yes.
I muted him. I accidentally muted him again.
Yeah, there you go.
There.
Okay.
Okay.
Is
I know
your- is your
Ian
first-
has
is your
come up here
first
before.
Paul, or is it your last name?
What?
Is your first name Paul or is it your last name?
First name is Paul.
Last name, please.
Last name is Vanette. I live at 1 Oakfield Road on a corner next, within 100 feet of their property.
Okay.
Okay. The parking is an issue. Sometimes there's two cars associated with the Airbnb. Brooklawn, which comes out almost opposite 34 Garner Street. That's a tough street to get out of anyway. But the cars will park right up to it. DPW did put up a new no parking sign within 25 feet. But if Ian were to come up here on a weekend or in an evening, that street is just lined with cars, making it basically a one-lane road. The Airbnb, it's like we really don't like having having one in the neighborhood. We don't know who the people are coming and going. And the car and the Jeeps parking up on the grass. Sometimes there used to be like 4 vehicles on that one little driveway. The other owners of the house, previous owners of the house, had no problem using that as a garage. And I don't even know why you need an architect to turn it back to a garage, but that's besides the point. But
Well, they need architectural drawings so that they can get a building permit.
yeah, well, they did. Yeah, but it seems
Because
like
they're
they
modified.
already have everything in place, and then they got the drawings a year after the walls were up. That makes no sense to me, but
Well, it may not, but you still need a building permit to
Yeah.
modify a building. And if you
and,
do work
and I
on
don't,
it, but
I
you
don't
have
think
to
they
do
should.
it after the fact.
Hopefully, they don't get a building permit. It should have a garage.
I think that's the point here.
Mhm.
Now, do you know, you mentioned cars parked in the street. Do you know that those cars are
I know they're
From
from
the
the
Airbnb.
people. They're from the people who use the Airbnb, because I can see the people from my dining room. I can see them come and go.
okay? All right. And where are you, on the corner? Across the street?
Yeah, Ian can show you on the aerial map. We're at 1 Oakfield Road. We're at the corner of Oakfield and Gardner.
This one here.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, he had it here, just
There you go.
on the next door?
No, that's number 2,
Oh, this one.
Oakfield.
Okay.
That's our house there.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Oh, there to there. Okay.
So, and you can see Brooklawn where it comes out.
I
You
see it.
know, that's a very narrow street there, but turning onto Garner Street, the residents of Brooklawn have an issue. Even when there's not a car park there, the sight line's not that good.
If
Yeah.
you go to the east from there, you end up on West.
West.
Avenue.
Mhm.
Okay,
Nice.
all right, Mr. Hawley. I suppose the other 3 people, they got a couple more hands up.
Yes.
Is there, anything in the regulations about an Airbnb?
Yes. So yes and no. If you create a unit without permits, including putting a kitchen separation locks, you can either you could change the use to be adding another unit or a rooming house, which in this zone would not be allowed.
Okay,
Especially with the parking, can't add another accessory unit for 34 Garner.
well, let me just ask it this way, is there a regulation or are there regulations specifically dealing with Airbnb
No.
type use?
No.
So it's not allowed or
It's
not disallowed?
it's omitted, so not disallowed.
It's not in there, it's, okay.
Mhm.
And the regulations are the type that basically say you can't do anything unless it's allowed in the regulations.
Correct,
not the
yes.
other way.
Like to add something to that.
What's
So we
that?
don't, I'd like to add one comment to that. So
Sure.
we don't disavow or prohibit renting your property. And we don't have a stipulation of how long you may rent the property. So
So the fact that something is an Airbnb or being run as an Airbnb all by itself is not the issue. Okay. All right. And how about rooming houses?
That is not allowed in the zone.
Okay. Is this considered a rooming house?
The time my first and only inspection, yes, it was a rooming house.
Okay. Do you still consider it a rooming house?
I haven't been in, so I have to assume that it is.
Okay, so that's another issue.
Correct, yes.
So the parking variance is not going to correct the rooming house.
Correct, yes.
I don't have the paperwork in front of me, but what was the $7,500 fine for?
The same exact, same set of
Was it a
violations.
rooming
of
house
parking,
or,
rooming housing and the parking.
okay,
Are you
okay,
interested-
so-
Are you interested in seeing the plans that were submitted for the variance?
not just that, people have been waiting all afternoon here. Okay, so you still have a rooming house issue. So even if the variance is granted, how do you address the rooming house? Or is that in the plans?
Right.
Submitted with the variance? And how do they address that?
The use itself, well, the variance application was not to change the use to the rooming house, it was just for the
Just for
parking.
parking.
So even if the variance is granted for the parking, there would no rooming house would be allowed there. They could rent out, you're allowed to rent out full or portion of your property on Airbnb. That's something that's not prohibited. However, if they create the separation locks, like separating rooms and between other rooms, other floors with other floors,
Like if it's
and having a kitchen.
Like if it's like a hotel room. or
Correct,
something.
yes.
David Bailey has his hand up.
Yes, hi. Yes, David Bailey, I live on Brookline, so that's that side street that
Hold
is
on.
Paul was
I
talking.
need to get, hold on, I need to get the map up so. I
Yeah,
can see.
sure.
Okay, you're on Brookline where?
39. And it's gonna be interesting when I tell you why I'm involved in this. So you just mentioned about the Airbnb, whether it's an Airbnb or a rooming house. The owners are parking their cars on other streets to allow their guests to park in that driveway so they don't get tickets, which has already happened. So there is a related cause and effect here. And I can see why they would want to apply for a variance so that they can have both their guests and their own cars parking off street, but especially their guests, because they're obviously not registered residents in this area where they're supposed to be enforcing that restricted parking, on-street parking. So we have had issues with cars. Actually, we had a school bus hit another car because if you try to park on both sides of the street on Brookline, there isn't enough room for larger vehicles to get through. And we already had a strike once. But yes, the owners are parking even on Brookline. And everybody in the neighborhood knows whose cars are whose. And I understand why Ian wouldn't know that, but obviously we all live there, so we know who's who. So that is a concern that I have. And also I'd like to bring, and I know you know this already, but
Before you make your next point, I just want to
sure.
talk about a couple of things. I understand now that the non-compliant parking, meaning there's no garage and you can't park, you're not supposed to park in a setback. But what happens is sometimes, and I'm sure you can imagine this or know it, you've seen it, you park one car in the garage and another one in the driveway. Technically, the driveway is not supposed to be a parking space within the front setback, but people do it. But it's off the street. The zoning issue, believe it or not, zoning doesn't regulate parking in the street. It does regulate parking on private property. And you make a valid point that I understand completely. When you don't have enough parking spaces on your private property, it does create a street parking problem. And it sounds like what you're saying here is the width of the street and the way the street is just laid out, it's narrow.
Yeah.
I've been on that street myself once or twice, and it's tough. Tough to get through if you have cars specially parked on both sides.
Yep. Yep,
All right.
it's possible.
Is this, do you consider yourself part of Golden Hill?
Yes, it is considered part of
Okay.
Golden. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go ahead with, sorry.
Yeah. No, that's fine. But the only other point I wanted to make, and all of the concerned neighbors are attending all these meetings, waiting hours to speak, and this applicant seems to have a total disregard for everybody else's time. And I just don't see why we would reward the disregard for following rules and regulations, doing building without a permit when the person doing the building is a contractor who knows you have to have a permit. I mean, there's just, it just seems like a disregard for the law and a disrespect for other people's time as well. And that's all I really wanted to say, bring to that.
Yeah, one thing I just basically common knowledge, it wouldn't be the first time somebody did something to their property without getting permits. It happens, I think, more often than it should.
But when you're a contractor, there's no excuse.
Yeah, but sometimes it's the contractors who do it.
Oh, yeah, as is the case.
Okay.
Thank
All
you
right.
for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
I think it was at the last meeting. I'm not sure if it was you. Someone had a follow-up comment in a letter to the board. I think you correct me if I'm wrong, David.
Oh, variance application?
Yes, that said that that during either Mrs. Alfaro or her partner indicated that the converted garage was going to be a bedroom for the mother-in-law or the mother.
Yep.
Right? That was okay. Yeah.
Yes,
So
I remember hearing that too.
it was either Miss Alfaro or her partner. I'm not
But
sure.
the Airbnb ad's still up there, so it's not
Yes.
like it's gone away.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm learning more and more that once you put something on the internet, it's like.
Oh, and we're not even talking about the dog walking business. That's a whole nother story altogether.
Oh, that's-
Still gathering group for that one.
Yeah, that's still percolating. Okay. All right, thank you, Mr.
Thank
Bailey. Greg Farnsworth is next. Mr.
Yes, hello. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak.
Of course.
We live directly across from 34 Garner. We are at 25 Garner. So we are quite aware of the parking situation created by not only the Airbnb customers that they have, but the fact that the owners of the home have 5 vehicles themselves.
Yeah.
So there's no way that they have space to park their vehicles in their driveway. That's why they had been parking on the grass previously. We've spent hours and hours on Zoom following these meetings and have had no difficulty getting on. And we've stayed with it at each meeting. And it just seems like it's been delayed. At 2 meetings ago, one of the homeowners said that they're no longer parking on the grass. I immediately went up to our upstairs bedroom and took a picture of their Jeeps parked on the grass and sent that picture to Tammy. So that should be in the file. Currently, they're not parking on the grass because they're parking, as our friend and neighbor David said, on other streets. We know that these are Airbnb people who are parking in front of our house and taking up space on the street because they have out-of-state license plates. Massachusetts, Virginia, on and on. We see them coming and going because they're directly across the street from us. So it's created a difficult situation, not only aesthetically, but just a hardship. As David mentioned, there was a school bus involved in an accident because they were parked on the side street. So it's a really, really difficult situation. I also find it interesting that they didn't realize there was a tax lien attached to their property because I think all of us neighbors are aware of that. So I find that interesting as well.
Okay.
And hi, this is David Farnsworth, and I'd like to just add to my husband's comments. When we bought our home, unfortunately, a year and a half ago, we did not canvass the neighborhood like we should have, and I regret it totally. We have a lovely home. We totally renovated it. We gutted it, and we had to put in 5 huge pine trees, so we didn't have to look at what looks like a parking lot across the street. So we've had to invest a lot of money in our yard to hide their property. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Very lovely house.
Thank you.
Well, I would say that you're in a very nice neighborhood.
Mhm.
So, don't be too disappointed. And I'm looking at
Well,
the street
I
out
am.
of your house with your plantings in front with the retaining wall around it. It looks really nice. And you're on the corner there?
Yes, we're on the corner. I don't know if you can hear me or not. We are on the corner and
Oh,
we love our house. We love the neighborhood. We love the neighbors. The point David was making is that it's just challenging to look outside and see what looks to be a used car parking lot.
What is, anybody know what that U-Haul trailer is all about?
This was from a year ago.
I mean, that's a while ago, but the whole situation's been
Yeah, I do, yeah.
percolating. for
Actually,
a while.
I actually do have a newer street view of this.
Okay.
New system the city
All
paid
right.
a lot of money for. So this is from this March.
Okay, there's the Jeep.
So yeah, this is the view. So parking in the grass and there's another Jeep behind it.
Oh, yeah, that's, oh, boy.
Yeah.
So now you have,
1, 2,
what,
3.
4 cars?
Yes. And you can just see with the Google car here
What
and
is,
cars parked.
what map is that? What picture is that?
It's called Street Smart. It's a new program that the city licensed
Oh,
pretty much
all
this
right,
year.
okay. Oh, yeah, somebody told me.
Can I just add, I want to say one more thing.
Sure.
If I can just add one more thing, just as of yesterday, a no parking sign went up in front of our house. I finally got that done from the corner 25 feet back. So there's just enough space to carefully park 2 cars in front of our house. Just yesterday, one of their Airbnb people with the Massachusetts license plate was parked halfway through the no parking zone. And she came out to the car and I said, "Excuse me, is this your car?" She goes, "Yes." "Well, I've just called the police. You're in a no parking zone halfway." She goes, "Well, we've just checked out." I went, "That's good. Thank you." And she drove away. But I mean, this is ongoing. It's got to stop.
Okay.
That was good.
Anybody else?
Mr. Bailey already spoke, so I guess not.
I see a hand up.
Mr. Bailey, did you have anything else to say or no? Just your hands raised. Just want to check.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to add one other comment. A concern is that if they're allowed to keep that garage conversion, now they can claim the hardship with planning and zoning to try and get the variance. So it's like the chicken before the egg or the cart before the horse, whatever analogy you want to use. It just isn't. It isn't fair. So it's very important what you guys decide here, because I think it will have an impact. I know you're looking at the other way around and wait to see what the variance is first. But I think you can understand what I'm saying and where this could go, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
The problem that I run into many times is that people have the ability to navigate the zoning system.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they find ways of navigating it in a good way and other times not so good way. And one of the problems that I run into as a hearing officer, and I just so you know, I volunteer to do this. I don't work for the city. And I happen to be a zoning lawyer, but my work in Norwalk is not anywhere near what it used to be. But I know zoning. And one of the problems that the staff and I have to deal with is whether or not a certain situation violates the zoning regs. And if so, what are the potential remedies? And so sometimes the staff has to go through the 400 and some page set of zoning regs and figure out, all right, what the violation is. And sometimes the violation doesn't really fit squarely with the complaints that come in from the neighborhood. And other times you have something that looks like it's fairly simple and straightforward, like, geez, I got a house. It was an older house. It was built under an earlier set of regulations, and I may have a hardship. And what's the big deal if I move one parking space from the garage to the driveway? And the question of renting rooms out in a house is kind of an up in the air thing, right? This Airbnb concept is relatively new in the zoning world. And I think zoning regulations throughout the state are really struggling to get caught up with that whole concept. But I do understand that this is having a tremendously negative impact on the neighborhood, both in terms of an illegal rooming house, if that's how it's being operated, coupled with a very serious parking problem that it's generating. And we do have a violation. It's the second one. The fine was assessed 6 months ago, right? January?
Yes. Wow.
Hasn't been paid. If I'm assuming the bank will pay the assessment, but who knows? Anyhow, do any of you know what the attraction would be for an Airbnb here?
Cheap housing.
Cheap, well,
A good price. It's cheaper than the hotels around here, that's for sure.
okay. All right.
Get a good view of the Farnsworth.
Get a good view of the beautiful
Farm.
property across the street.
Yeah.
Two more hands.
Yes, you both can speak if you'd like.
Yeah.
Well, I was,
Okay, who
How
wants,
about Paul
Oh,
first,
that was
because
better idea.
you want to go first, David?
No, I'm done. I'm done. Go ahead, Paul.
All right. This isn't their only rental property. They own properties. You know, we talk about Danella, but she's got a husband Martin, who doesn't seem to want to get involved with this. But he owns houses and properties down in Westchester County, where his mother lives in one of his rentals. So they're just looking for more rentals. They could have bought a house up on Fairfield Avenue if they wanted a multifamily rental. But this is single family residence, and I don't think running a rooming house fits in the neighborhood, but they're just in it for the money.
Okay. Another hand is up. Any, or did we, what did we do here?
yeah,
Hey, Ian, is that fence that's past the setback line, is that allowed too?
Yes.
Yes, so we don't really, zoning doesn't get really involved with fencing.
Yeah.
So yes,
Unless it's too high.
correct,
but-
yes.
No, it's low.
Concern
No,
now.
that's okay.
Good question.
All right.
Yeah.
I
Everyone.
have a question, a couple of questions for the staff.
I just wanted to add your curiosity about what was the attraction to having a rooming house. And I think that the way that they advertise it is just simply our location. I mean, we're minutes away from the train station. We're just a couple of minutes away from the mall. We're right off of I-95. So I think that's attractive to people who need to be in this area. So I wanted to add that which is one of the reasons we love this so much.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Hall, you may have done this previously, but can you certify that the property owner has not requested a hearing
Yes, I can certify
on
that.
your citation?
I can certify that,
All right.
yes.
And aside from the variance, when's the last, well, When's the last time this was inspected?
Inspection was the first time when I went out, which was,
January,
yes, before,
before the first fine?
yes, before the first sign. So
Okay.
this calendar year, to my recollection, I've not been to the property inside the property.
All right, and,
Yeah.
and you're,
Mhm.
we're still on Airbnb with this?
Correct. Yes, I could pull it up now. If you'd like. Go. Bookmarks. I can change the date to August. So the 10th to the 13th. And they get available. That's one. Let me say posted by Daniela. So it's still available.
Okay, so we have a citation. It's the second time around. The violation and the fine can run from what date?
March, I had it March 23rd,
Okay.
5 days after the citation.
Oh, I see. Okay. Miss Alfaro, you still there?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
You've heard from the neighbors and I've heard from the neighbors. Do you have anything you want to tell me before I make a decision on the fine?
Yes, not all the cars are ours. We don't have 5 cars. I'm not sure where he's getting that from. We did have the other Jeep parked there, but we don't have 5 cars parked there. And all the neighbors, including the neighbors, parked in the street overnight and all day. And it's not only us. Also, we don't have a lot. We have 2 rooms, and our Airbnb is not booked every single day. As a matter of fact, we block it sometimes half of the time because we also use it for us, our personal use. So it's not Airbnb full time. And we have cars all the time parked in the street. A lot of guests don't have cars too. So it's not fully all of us. We have one of the neighbors too that their contractor comes, and where they mentioned the sign is, the new sign that came, he always parks facing, how do I tell you? If we're facing up, he faces down. Right in the corner where they're complaining, the issue is the accidents are happening. The cars are turning. He literally parks outside of the line, opposite, facing the other people. So all the neighbors do all of these things too, but they are all coming against us. So, and I do have photos of all these things too. I'm not there, but I can certainly email them to here. But like I said, our Airbnb is not always full. It's not full-time Airbnb. We have a lot of days that we block for ourselves too. And not everybody has cars, and they're not all of our cars.
What about the cars that we saw a couple of, I'm looking at a street view right now.
March.
This is March.
Yes.
There are 4 cars, 2 cars in the driveway and 2 cars on the grass next to the driveway.
Yes, that was before. Then we moved it, and now it's only the driveway. There's nothing in the grass.
Where'd the other cars go?
Yeah.
Well, my daughter has one, and she spends half of the time with her dad, and then the other time she comes here, and then we either park outside in the street. But I'm not sure what he's saying that we park in the other streets, although all the neighbors do go in the other streets and park wherever they can. But we're mainly across the street, not only across, but the whole block. The neighbors park their cars in the street overnight and during the day, and so we do. So do I. If I don't go in the driveway.
But my question is, you have 4 cars. When this was in March?
Yes.
4 cars, 2 in the driveway, and 2 on the
Right.
grass next to the driveway. Where are those 4 cars? Are they all from your property, or where'd they come from?
Yeah, so they went to the other house. We have
What-
another house in Westchester, and they're there.
That Gladiator is the one that was on Brooklawn parked several times.
What?
The Jeep. The pickup Jeep.
And they're not there all the time. Nobody's saying that. All we're saying is that when they take up a space and they have an Airbnb guest, where's the guest gonna go? guess.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This kind of proves the point when you have a garage that's no longer a garage, you take away a parking space.
Yeah.
You know, that creates a situation. All right. Okay, any other questions, comments? Yes, no? Okay. Any other final thoughts?
Nothing from my end.
You, now I read your memo, you're recommending a $10,000 fine. And how is that? Well, you say maximum fine, 19,500.
Mhm.
Well, how do you calculate the fine?
So I do $150 per day since March 18th minus 5 days. And I believe since there's 2 violations, not sure if I did the math for both, however.
Well, let me see, March 18th to
I can do a day.
what? Today?
Today, yes.
Tammy's like, oh,
From the 23rd to
she's like, oh, she's clenching that pen.
so that's 130 days. Yes, that's 130 times 150.
Yeah, 19.5.
Mhm.
What is that? That beep? Is that somebody raising their hand?
I think it's just someone has a notification. I'll mute everyone. Let me know if no one says
Oh, I
anything.
thought I
Okay.
saw a hand up. Nope, okay. Okay, so citation, anything anybody else wants to add before I decide what we're doing? Okay,
I'll just say we did move it in May for 2 months to allow variance to be obtained. However, variance was not obtained.
yes,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so this is the second time around for the same violation within a short period of time.
Mhm.
The first fine was assessed, it went to judgment, it's on the land records, it's now on the tax sale list. We have a variance application that is not being pursued diligently. We have testimony from the neighbors about a significant traffic and parking problem that's resulting from parking generally. I don't know if the ZBA is going to grant a variance or not. I'll leave it up to them, but I would note that since January, since the fine was assessed the first time, this property continued to be used with a non-conforming parking situation. Regardless whether there's actually a compliant or a non-compliant Airbnb, there's still a parking violation underway, and the owner just seems not to care and continues to do business as an Airbnb here without having a compliant parking situation. So with the calculation, and oh, by the way, the staff certified that there's been no hearing request, which means that the owner is deemed to have admitted the violation again.
Mhm.
So rather than a $19,500 fine, I'm going to impose a second fine of $7,500, which is in addition to the first fine.
Mhm.
And this matter will be closed on that basis, and the ZBA application will still proceed to hearing and decision, and that's a whole separate matter.
Correct. Yes.
All right?
Mhm.
And that'll conclude this matter and close the file.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for attending and for your comments.
Our next hearing will be in
Any
August 27th.
other matters that we need to address?
No, believe that was everything.
Okay, all right, then our meeting is adjourned, and the next schedule for my hearings and meeting will be August 27th, 2025 at 2 p.m.
Awesome. Thank you all.